Family, once again, it's another great TV review right here. Boom! Hey, today's TV review, Breaking Bad. I love this show. One of the greatest TV shows ever to be made, hands down. Bryan Cranston is masterful as Walter White, who is a high school chemistry teacher who's just discovered that he has cancer. He has two jobs, working at the car wash. He just had a brand new baby, and it's looking like his life is about to be a wrap. And he's like, man, I have nothing to leave for my family. And so his brother-in-law works for the DEA, takes him on a ride along. And that ride along, he sees an old student, Jesse Pinkman, sneak out the back door. And then he asks him to pay, like Tyreek told Ghost, put me in the game, Ghost. So Jesse, hips him to the game, but he knows the chemistry, and so he's making some of the purest meth out there, and that thing is going crazy. So he becomes in high demand, and so that's kind of how it starts in the first couple episodes. And as the season progresses, you see the evolution of Walter White, and he becomes eventually the kingpin. He becomes this kingpin under the code name Heisenberg, and it's so many twists and turns. Breaking Bad really, if you've never seen it, you're going into it cold. There's some moves you can't anticipate. I will give Breaking Bad, they have two really good antagonists back to back. Tuco, who is just psychopathic, crazy, closest you can get to real life Joker ever. He's insane. Tuco is insane. Then they had the twins, who were deadly. They were quiet, but they didn't say nothing. But when you seen them, you know some stuff was going to happen. They shot at a DEA cop. I mean, they didn't care. These brothers didn't care. And then, of course, Gus Fring. Gus Fring might be one of the greatest TV villains of all times. Gus Fring plays the duality of this nice restaurant owner, philanthropist, but really in the core of him, he is a stone cold killer and one of the most ruthless people you can ever see. And that battle between Gus and Walter for about 2.5 seasons is amazing. Mike, who's kind of like Gus' right hand man, and then of course the that little weird crew in season 5 that end up being killed by Walter. Phenomenal story, phenomenal things. Saul Goodman, I'm a huge Saul Goodman fan. When they introduced Saul Goodman with that commercial, cause we all know a lawyer in our city has a goofy, wacky commercial, right? And so who we find out really his name really ain't Saul Goodman. It's like Jimmy McGill or something like that. But a great show. If you've never seen this show, it's phenomenal. It's really like, what if, that could really possibly happen. And seeing the evolution of Walter White really becoming this horrifying, legend, iconic figure. Going from this meat-mannered high school chemistry teacher with cancer to this ruthlessness that he had to be at the time. But you really feel like at the beginning, you really kind of are fighting for Walter. You're like, he's trying to do something better for his family and get out the game. But what happens is Walter begins loving the game. He begins loving this. He begins to get intoxicated with it and becomes something else. And so the old thing of power corrupts all. And so it's really kind of displayed in this show. But if you can ask me to rate Breaking Bad, it's 10 out of 10. Hands down. One of the best shows you ever watch. If you got some time to binge within a week or 2 weeks, I would suggest you to binge it. It's on Netflix right now, I know for sure. Once again, like I said, one of the best shows. I periodically watch every 2 years. It's because it's just that good of a show. And sometimes you catch some things you didn't see the first time. And it's just one of those type of shows you have to pay attention to the details. But all the characters are standouts. You'll gravitate certain characters more than others. But everyone always does a phenomenal job. There's no one that phones it in. Great show. Breaking Bad. Check it out. Let me know if you like it. What's your favorite season? Who's your favorite character? Also, feel free to subscribe and like to the page. Tongue Twister. Love y'all. Peace.